edit ribbon, and 5 basic tools. Hello, we are back with another lesson about edit ribbon and also 5 basic tools. Now, let's start off with our edit ribbon and what functionality it has to offer. Go off to your left top corner and you will find out edit. Now you can see that there are a couple of these options more than file, right? But most of them are about edits and customizations. So the first thing what the edit ribbon has to offer is undo. Okay, so what the undo does is redoes the process. Let's say I'm going to use edit one of these. I'm going to use take it, change it like this, and if I go off to edit and press on undo, it also shows us what action you've done and you can undo the process. It also has a shortcut key or a shortcut function on your keyboard, which is Ctrl+Z. Well, this is a very common shortcut function which works on almost all the softwares if you have anything to undo. Press on Ctrl+Z to undo the process, whatever you did, so that you can revert the process. Now I'm going to use press on undo anchor. You can see this is how it will look like. Okay? Then go off to edit again, and then you have redo, which is shift, control, and Z. Well, most of the other softwares have control and Y, and a couple of softwares basically control and Y, but as control and Y is already assigned to something, you have to press on control, shift, and Z, or shift, control, and Z, so that you can redo the process. So if I press on redo, you'll basically see the process which I did recently has been redone. So this is basically how you'll be able to undo and redo the process of what you did in Adobe Illustrator. Press on edit again, and then we have cut, copy, and paste. Well, this is a very, let's say common function in all softwares, which is cut, copy, and paste. It just helps you to save a lot of time. If you want to copy anything, let's say I'm going to use click on this selection tool, press on Ctrl+C, or you can press on edit and go off to copy, which is also the same command. And if you want to paste it, you can press on paste from over here, or you can press on Ctrl+V. Okay, so this is basically how it works. You can see now there are 2 of them, right? Now if I select on any one of them and move it, you can see that there are 3 because I also pressed on Ctrl and V after I clicked on paste. Now if you want to cut 3 of these objects, just select 3 of them at the same time, and I'm going to do is press on Ctrl and X, or you can also go off to edit and click on cut from over here. The shortcut key is Ctrl and X. Press on Ctrl X and you'll basically see that it will be cut. Okay, I'm going to select on them again, Ctrl X, and you can see that has been cut. But it is now on your clipboard. If you want to paste it, just press on Ctrl V again, and you'll basically see that it will reappear again. And one thing about cut is that it cuts up the whole thing. And even if you want to paste it on another artboard, let me show it to you. Press on file, click on new. I'm going to open up another one. Let's say I'm going to press on create. And as it opens up, press on Ctrl and V, and the whole thing will be pasted over here instead of that artboard which we are using. Okay, so this is basically how the cut, copy, paste works in Adobe Illustrator. And obviously this is very basic. Okay, so these are a couple of things which you can already do even if you don't know or how Adobe Illustrator functions. Now go off to edit again, and then we have paste in front, paste in back, paste in place, or paste on all artboards. Well, if you've already worked on some, let's say PowerPoint, or maybe Lightroom, or maybe Photoshop, well, you might have some basic ideas about layers, right? Now, even if you don't, it's not a problem because we're going to guide you through the whole process. Okay. Now, what happens is that you want to paste in front, paste in back. Now, how does it work? Now, I'm going to use first off, click on any of these objects, and you can see that this is overlaying one of this. I'm going to do is remove one of them, delete, and you can see that this is overlaying this one or overlaying this one. But what if I want this layer to be underneath this box? What you're going to do is click on edit and click on paste in back. You can see paste in back has worked. I'm going to click on this, press on delete. I'm going to click on this one too and press on delete. I'm going to use press on this, press on delete. I'm gonna do is take both of them, and you can see this is still now working this way. Now what you can do is click on this one, Control X, and click on Edit, Paste, and back. You can see now this time it is underneath the box. You can do the same thing over here. Now if you want to take it front, you want this one to be at the front, not under there. You can press on Control X so they can cut it. Press on Edit again, and you want to paste it in front. Now you can see that the one which was behind is now overlaying the one which was overlaying this one previously. Okay, so now you know how this works. Now click on Edit again, and then we have Paste in Place. Now you can select a designated place. I'm going to press on Control X. Now I'm going to do is click on this over here. Now I want it to paste in the same place. Now I'm going to press on Edit, Paste in Place, and you'll basically find out that it will appear on the same place as it was on the selected panel or the selected artboard. So this is basically how it works. Now if you want this specific one to appear in the specific object over in this artboard, now I'm going to do select on this. I'm going to press on Control X, or even let's say Control C. I'm going to do is go over to this panel. I'm going to do is click on Edit and Paste in Place. It will appear in the exact position it was over previously. Okay, so now you know how this paste in place works. Well, it might look a bit different because I'm using two types of artboard. One is legal and one is A4. Okay, now I'm going to do is go off the edit again, and then we have is paste on all artboards. Now I'm going to do is going to be click on this object over here. First I'm going to do is make another artboard. Press on New. I'm going to do is press on Create. I'm going to do is make another one. Now what I'm going to be doing is clicking on the first one. Then I'm going to do is click on this specific object which I have. Control C. I'm going to do is click on Edit if you want to make it appear on all of them. Paste on all artboards. Now you will basically see that the same thing will be applied on each and every one. Okay, even if it doesn't appear over here, I'm going to do is click on Edit again and press on Paste on all artboards. So you can see it over here. And even if you go over to the second one, I'm going to do is click on Edit, and you can paste on all artboards at the same time. Now, why did I have to make or paste it on all of them? It basically is because I have three different templates, okay, or three different, presets. But if I make the preset or template over here, it will appear over here, okay? Let me just show it to you. I'm going to do is make another artboard. You have this option over here, artboard tool. I'm going to do is make it over here and make one over here, make another one over here. Now what I'm going to be doing is clicking on the selected object. I'm going to do is click on Edit and paste on all artboards, and you will basically find out that it will appear on each and every one of these artboards. You can see it over here, 1, 2, okay, and another one is going to be over here. See, this is very simple. Or you can also do is select them, make them all the same size, and then you can make it, paste it wherever you want. So now you know how this works in Adobe Illustrator. So I'm going to do is remove it, Control Z, so that I can remove the artboards which I don't need. Now as we are done with place in all artboards, now I'm going to click on Edit again, and then we have is paste without formatting. Well, paste without formatting is a bit different. I'm going to do is press on Control C. I'm going to do is take it over here. I'm going to do is take it over on this panel basically, and I don't want any format on that. I'm going to click on Edit, and you have this paste without formatting. Well, this most of the time works on text. So let me just show it to you. I'm going to click on this text option, make a text. I'm going to do is change this font into something different. What I'm going to do is change it to, let's say, a different format. You can see it over here. Press on Control C. I'm going to just take it over here on Title 6. Click on Edit, and you will basically have this paste without formatting. Even if you paste it, I'm going to press on Control Z. I'm going to take it over here, Control C. What you're going to do is paste it. First off, Control V. Now I'm going to do is click on Edit, and you can basically find out Alt, Control, and V. When I press on it, it will change it. You can see now this has changed. Okay, so this is basically how it works. in Adobe Illustrator. Sometimes it might like show it's grayed out, but if you use the shortcut key, it might work. So I'm going to press on edit again, and then we have is clear. If you want to clear the formatting, you can just press on clear and the formatting will be reverted back to its default self. Now you have this find and replace option. If you've used Microsoft Word or Microsoft Document, which is the same, if you use that, and if you want to find out any object, it also is on a lot of software, because obviously you want to find something and replace it. Click on find and you'll be able to find anything you want. You can see it, match case, whole word. Well, this mainly works on word cases or alphabetic cases or even numeral. So find out the one, and you can also replace the one, whichever one you want. And after you're done, just press on OK, and then you're good to go. There are also a couple of criteria which you can select from over there. If you want to see those, you can press on edit again, and you can also press on Control and F so that you can use this find and replace option. You have this match case, find whole words, search in backwards, check hidden layers or check locked layers even if you want to, and then you can find it, replace it, and replace all at once at the same time. Okay, fix up your criteria, what type of search and replace you want to use. Then after you're done, you can also click on find next. Okay, if you're selecting one, or if you're trying to find one object at a time, then you can basically find out that this option will not be grayed out. You'll be able to use it whenever you want, and you'll be able to find the next one whenever you want. And then we have a spell correction. It also is available on Adobe Illustrator. You can auto spell check, and also you have this check spelling option over here, which is assigned to Control and I, and it will find out if you have any, spelling problems, or if you, have any mistakes in it. Then we have is edit custom dictionary. You can also apply words in the dictionary of Adobe Illustrator, because obviously if you put anything, or if you put any mistakes, and if Adobe Illustrator does not know that, then it will show you a red line, obviously. But if you want to apply it on your dictionary, you can enter your data over here and press on done, and then you're good to go. Okay. Now I'm going to do is going to be clicking on edit again, and then you have is edit colors. You can apply or reapply your color whenever you want. You have all of these options over here, but first off you have to change something. What I'm going to do is click on this option and change it to a different color. You have this color over here. Now if you go off to edit and go off to edit colors, and you'll be able to recolor your artwork. When you press on recolor, you'll be able to change it through this panel. You can also apply prominent color. You can fix out whichever color you want, what type of color you want, and you can also show saturations according to your need. You can also fix out the color library, whichever one you are using. You can see art history, celebration. Let's say I want a bit of metal. You can fix out metal colors from over here. You have to select them, and you'll basically find out whichever metal color you want to use. You also have a lot of these categories which you want to use them. Just go through or fiddle through them whenever you want. And you also have this option of color theme picker, and you also have this color, like option, which you can find it from over here, 2, 3, whichever color. Let's say I want 2 colors at the same time. Then you can see 2 colors will be applied. You can use the colors over here. And you can also use, let's say, something from over here to here, and you can see the prominent colors and the dominant colors at the same time, which are being applied. If you want more, more colors, just increase it or take it to the right side, and you will basically see more vivid colors will reappear. Okay, and you can fix out what type of colors you want. You can fix out the darken it up. You can do that. Now, if you're done, after you're done, you can just press on this back option, which you have over here, and then you'll be good to go. Now, the next one which we're going to work on is, obviously, if you've, recolored it, just click on this option again and change the color however you want, and then go off to edit again. Click on edit. You'll find out edit colors. You'll be able to work with presets if you want to. I've already shown you about how the RGB, CMYK, and other colors work. You can work with 2 colors, 3 color, and also color harmony if you want to. Just press on whichever library you want. Let's say I'm going to click on this HSE, process, press on OK, and that will be applied, and you'll be able to apply whichever color you want. Okay, press on OK, and then you are good to go. Okay, you can see two of the colors at the same time, and it has been also applied to the panel or the solid color panel over here on the left side. Now you can go through a lot of these color options. You can also invert color, convert to CMYK, and also convert to RGB if you want to. That's going to be totally up to you. You can also blend vertically. You can see that we need 3 paths for it. You have to make it 3 path. Make sure to click on edit, find out edit color. Then you have to recolor with preset, 3 colorway, and you have to make it 3 color. Select whichever library you want. Let's say I'm going to use NPA. Press on OK after it has been applied, and after that has been applied, there we go, we have it. I'm going to do, instead of 2, I'm going to put in 3 if you want to, or press on all, press on OK, and then you will be basically be good to go. Okay, so this is basically how the recolor option works or color option works. You can also edit the original if you want to. Then we have is transparency flattener preset. If you want to apply in transparency flattener, you will be able to do that. You can see the presets over here. Select whichever one you want and press on OK. And you'll basically see that all of the properties are over here. Press on OK. And you'll basically see the transparency will be applied on the specific object which you have selected on. And after you're done with that, let's go to the next one. We have print preset. Now, it's also the same process of how the print option works. You'll be able to select whichever print preset, and you'll be able to apply or make your own print preset if you want to. So it's going to be up to you, whichever one you're going to use before printing it. Now, after you're done, now go to the next one, which is Adobe PDF preset. Now you can click on it. It will take you to the site, or maybe sometimes open up this interface where you'll be able to select whichever PDF preset you want to use. Select the one you want to use and press on OK, and then it will be saved. So you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, now click on edit again, and then let's go off to perspective grid preset. Now if you want to apply in your grid as a perspective, let's say I'm going to click on this and press on OK, and you'll basically find out the grids will be applied on your panel. Sometimes it is visible, or sometimes it is not, but it is basically working underneath your panel. So make sure to use whichever one you want, and also you will see that it will be aligned to a specific grid line when you hold on a shift, and you can see this is how it will work. Okay, you can see how it works. See, this is how it will work. So I'm going to press on edit again, and then let's go off to color settings. If you want to fix up your color settings, just click on this option, then fix out whichever settings you want. You can also load up. You can fix out whichever color option you want. Let's say Photo Pro or Pro Photo, Image P3, Apple RGB, sRGB, Monitor RGB. It's going to be up to you, whichever color you want to use. And also you have CMYK, whichever CMYK color you want to use. And also we have this RGB over here, which color management policies you want to use. Let's say preserve embedded profile or convert to working space. It's going to be up to you. I'm going to suggest you to keep all of these on default because you don't want to go through each and every one of them, because sometimes it jumbles up the color options and features. So try keeping it on default, because obviously in also default you'll be able to get all of the features Adobe Illustrator has to offer. Now when you're done with it, you have this assign profile. You can also apply in profile if you want to. Don't color manage this document or working CMYK, or you can also apply in specific profiles if you want to. It's going to be up to you. So it's going to be up to you, whichever one you want to use. And if you don't want anything, or if you don't want any changes, just press on cancel, and you will basically find yourself back to your workspace. Then we have is this keyboard shortcuts. This is a very advantageous, or a very let's say easy way of seeing which keyboard shortcuts is assigned to which command. You'll basically find out all the keyboard shortcuts there are in Adobe Illustrator. You can see the set defaults. You can also customize it. You have these menu commands or even tool commands, and if you have this file option, it will also show it to you in ribbons, and you can see what commands are there in file, what commands are there in edit, what commands are there in type, and also other tools. So this is basically how it works. You can see them, and if you want to make your work a lot more smoother or faster, obviously I'm going to suggest you to work with, or let's say practice a bit more on, obviously if you start or keep on working on Adobe Illustrator, you will get to know which shortcut is for which command. Okay, then you also have this my settings. You will be able to go through export and import settings. Well, you can go through them and fiddle with them if you want to. You can see apply the settings. Illustrator will be restarted. Press on OK and it will restart it. You can see it over here, and you'll be able to apply in whichever settings you want to apply. And then we have the last one is preferences. Whatever preferences you want. Let's say you want general preferences, selection, type, unit, grid, guide, smart guide, slices, hyphenation, plugins, user interface, performance. All of these preferences are over here. Let's say you want something like user interface preferences. Just click on it. It will show you what type of preference you want to use, or go through the customizations. You can see the UI scale. You can increase the size if you want to. Let's say I'm going to use increase the size. I'm going to press on large, and you can see they are going to be large. And if you want to apply, just press on OK. And one thing is that you have to restart it if you want any changes, but if you don't want it, just press on cancel and then you're good to go. Okay, so now you know all of the commands and how this edit ribbon works in Adobe Illustrator. Now, as we're done with the ribbon, let's go to the next 5 tools of Adobe Illustrator. So we've ended it on pen tool, or this tool over here. Now we're going to learn about the curvature tool. Now the curvature tool creates and edit curved and straight lines easily. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to just take another line. You can see over here, you'll be able to drag it if you want to. You'll be able to make circles. You'll be able to make lines. It's going to be up to you. It's like different from the, the pen tool, because in pen tool, it's not always, just the way you want it. So make sure to use it if you want more, flexible. If you want more, let's say, if you want better lines and curve them up, you should use the brush tool, or let's say the curvature tool. Now, the next tool we have is the type tool. If you want to customize or apply in text, just click on text, click on any of the area of your artboard, and your text will be applied. Now, you can also right click on this text option, and there are a couple of these tools which you will find. Now, first off, we have is the area type tool. Click on any of these areas over here. And obviously, this is a non-compound. You must click on a non-compound, non-masking path to create text inside a path. So either you need a shape. I'm going to use right click on it, ellipse tool. I'm going to use make a circle. You can see it over here. Right click on it, type tool area. But you select on this, and you can see it has been applied inside the text. So this is basically how the area tool works, area type tool. Then we have is type on path tool. You have to select on this path. You can see the path over here. Click on it, and this is the path the text is going to take place. Okay, you can do it on almost all shapes. Then we have is vertical type tool. It is going to be vertical like this. And the next one is going to be vertical area type tool. You can do the same thing over here. Select the path, and then you're good to go. And it will be vertical. Okay, even though as I already have a text, it's not appearing. So I'm going to do is make sure to use another, shape. I'm going to use press it over here, click on this, and select the path or select the anchor. You can see this is how it will work. Okay, then the next one is going to be a bit different, which is have vertical type tool, which is going to be the same, but obviously this one I'm going to do is take this, and there we go. You have to make another, object over here. Just take it over here. Click on this text option tool and select the path, and there we go, which is going to be vertical. Okay, then the last one is going to be touch type tool. You will be able to click on a character to select. Then you have to select any of the character. Let's say I'm going to just click on path, and it will be applied, or maybe let's say I'm going to just click on it, and then you'll be able to apply in the text. It's going to be totally up to you how you're going to work with it. I'm going to just click on this and make your own text or make your own path according to your need. Now, as we're done with this text tool, next we have the line segment tool. You'll be able to apply in lines according to your need. So you can see it over here. You can change it if you want to. Now, the next one is going to be the arc tool. You want to make an arc, just click on this option. What I'm going to do is make an arc like this. You can see how it works. You can see it over here. I'm going to do select on this again, and I'm going to do is make another arc over here like this. Okay, one thing is that it's not going to stay there, but it will just show you or guide you. It's something like that. If you want to make a spiral, make sure to use a spiral over here, and you'll basically make a spiral text or spiral path. Now, if you want to click on this area, click on the path, and you'll basically see that it is now on spiral. Okay, so now you know how these options work or these tools work. Next one is going to be the rectangular grid tool. You'll be able to make a grid of your own whenever you want. Obviously, it's going to contain a path because you can see all the path over here. And also there are intersections, and also there are a couple of anchors inside of the grid. Then we have is the polar grid. So if you want a polar grid, select on this and you'll be able to make a polar grid. It's going to be up to you how you're going to work with it. So make sure to customize it according to your desire. Now, as we're done with this part, let's go off to the shape tool. Well, I've already shown you a couple of these shapes. There's rectangular shape. You can see it over here. Then I'm going to do is make another shape, the round rectangle, make it over here. And another, I'm going to suggest you is that when you're making a shape, if you hold on a shift and make a shape, it will make you a perfect size shape. But if you like change that over here like this and hold on a shift and then do it, it will still contain the shape how it was, but keep it to be, very perfect. And then we have the ellipse tool so that you can make a perfect circle. You can see it if you hold on a shift, it will work like this. But if you let go of shift, it will work like this. You can make an oval, you can make something like this, or if you hold on a shift, it will turn directly into a circle. See? So as I have it, I'm going to press on Control Z. I'm going to do is hold on a shift and make a perfect circle. Next one I'm going to be doing is going to be polygon tool. Just make a polygon tool like this, and there we go. We have our polygon. And the next tool we have is the star tool, which is over here. You can make a star just like this. And in the next one we have our flare tool. If you want to apply in flare, just make your flare over here, and you'll basically find out the flare has been applied on that specific object. See? You can take it over here, and this is how it will work. Now, if you want to change these objects, let's say I'm going to click on this option, and when you will basically find out paths, anchors, and also a couple of things. Let's say if I select on this, you'll be able to change its size. Hold on a shift. There we go. We have it over here. Just take it over here, and this is how it will look like. Okay, then we have this circle tool. You'll basically find out over here as an arc option. You can make an arc just like this if you hold on to it. Then on the same, you can make out rounded corners. Just select on this, and you'll basically find out this option over here, and you can make it rounded. You can do the same thing over here. You can either make it round, or you can either make it pointy. It's up to you. Then over here we have is this more. You can make it round, or you can make more corners. It's up to you. Okay, so this is basically how these shape tools work, and you can obviously make custom shapes, but these are the ones. And when you press on this option, you will basically find out this will be over here, and you can keep it wherever you want. I'm going to just press on this, and I'm going to just keep it right over where it is. Now the last tool which we have is the paintbrush tool. Now when you want to use your paintbrush, just click on it, select the color you want to use. Let's say I'm going to use this red, and you will be able to apply the color. If you want this orange color, select on it, and then you'll be good to go. If you want to apply gradients, you can see the gradient has been applied. Or if you want no fill or none, you can select on it, and it will be applied again. Okay, you can also fix out whichever strokes you want. You can fix out whichever brush type, whatever size you want to use. It's going to be up to you. Now the next one which you have is the blob brush tool. Well, the blob brush tool is basically a bit different, but it will just give you a better looking outcome. You can see that it is now turning. If I do this, it will obviously, you can see the couple of let's say like this, over here there are a couple of zigzags, but if I let go, it will be a lot more smoother. You can see it over here like this. It got smoother, but the difference is that when you use the paintbrush tool, it's not going to be smooth. If you do it like this, it will be just like that. Okay, so you can use blob brush, or you can use whichever paintbrush if you want to use it. So hope you understood everything about this lesson on the basic 5 tools, and also about the edit ribbon which Adobe Illustrator has to offer, or the functionality it has to offer. So in our next lesson, we're going to learn about the object ribbon and the next 5 tools Adobe Illustrator has to offer. So let's move on to that lesson.